Hey guys, today I'll be showing you how to take your pistons from this all the way to this. I know it's not perfect, but I'm not going for perfect. I just want to get off the loose carbon. Not really trying that hard. Probably about, well, I want to say 15 seconds worth of cleaning in each piston. If I wanted to, I could go back and try harder, but I just wanted to get off all the loose carbon while I'm here. Sort of a guilt thing. I'm not trying to get it perfect. And I'll do the valves. So I'll show you guys how to do it here on the other bank. And then hopefully after this is done, we'll just bolt the roll back closed. I did want to change the valve springs because I want to go with a cam with more lift, but for now, I don't know if I'm gonna be getting one soon, so I just want to keep everything as together as possible. So yeah, let's get started. So for this, you'll need a rag that you don't care about, and I used both of these. Whatever carb cleaner, parts cleaner you want to use. Starter fluid's another one I found, but I ran out of this. He's pretty light and empty. You can hear a bit, and I had some WD-40 left over, so I'm just gonna use that. So you can rotate the pistons when you need to using this bolt on the crank pulley. It's a 24 millimeter. So I just used a breaker bar like that, and just yeah, I turn clockwise and moves the pistons around. I prefer to keep them down low. I clean them while they're in the actual cylinder themselves, because I find when they're up, I don't want the fluid, the WD-40 or whatever, seeping into the coolant passages. I still have the head gasket on this one, but on the other side I don't. I'll show you guys what I mean. So like these slits, these holes. So when you're spraying, my can's like messed up, I have to spray straight. I guess I used it too many times upside down. And some of it might get in there. And yeah, you can see there's some coolant in there, so you gotta be careful. There's already some gunk in there. That's how I got the motor. I make sure this thing's pretty covered up all the time whenever I'm not working on it. So what I do, hold on, is I grab some WD-40, and you gotta, well for me I gotta make sure I'm aiming straight, but yeah, see, it's already not firing. Let's see if I can sneak it in like that. And sorry about that, guys. Anyways, so I have to prime my WD-40 to come out of the can. So anyways, I'm trying to aim it as straight as I can, otherwise I'll lose it. And then, yeah, just get it in there. Let it sit for a bit. And cylinder, I'm not going to do the last piston right now. It's too out for me. I don't like it. I'm worried some when get in the coolant passages, some of the WD-40. Now that that's been done, I will grab the rake. And I'm gonna just wipe it. Just simply, I'm not trying too hard. So I go around the circumference of it first. Just give it a really good wipe. Try not to leave any remaining gunk in there or whatever. And I can already see the piston is a different color. So I know they're not shiny and silver or whatever, but I'm not trying to get it there, or just don't care. It looks way better than that black piston that's next to it. So that's good enough for me. Just trying to clear out the debris of the carbon. I do plan on running premium through this, so I mean, hopefully that'll help with the carbon issue here. I don't know if it will. We'll see. This motor will hardly be driven anyways, or this car. Yeah, there's another piston. Some of that stuff, if you want to get it off, what you could do is, I've done it before, but I don't know if it's the right way. You gotta be careful because some of the pistons are aluminum. Is I get the cloth on like that and I stick on a flathead and I just do that on top of the carbon and it usually comes off, but like I said, it's not bothering me. Majority of the carbon's coming off, so yeah. Okay guys, so I managed to clean the other pistons. It's just that one at the end there now. So I'm just gonna rotate the motor. I know it's pretty simple, but maybe it'll help. So it's a 24mm socket. I just get it on there and I turn it to the right. And there we go. And now the last piston is down all the way in the cylinder. And so I will get cleaning on that. And once I'm done with that one, I'll show you guys how to do the valves and make sure the cylinder heads are clear. Okay guys, these are the cylinder heads and we're gonna get started on cleaning them here. And I'm just gonna spray some WD-40 on it. They're pretty black, so let's see how much comes off. Some of the carbon's already flaking off of it on its own. So here we go. So I'm just gonna spray it on there, let it sit for a bit. And we'll do the other side as well. And the main reason I pulled them out was, I don't know if you guys remember, for some of my other videos, it's because I was worried my buddies were dropping stuff down the ports. So, probably gonna check that out, just to be safe. Yeah. Yeah. So I'm just cleaning off the WD-40 now and making sure I scrub it. This one obviously has more progress on it. You can see it just got rid of all the black. But this is definitely more stubborn, and for good reason, than the pistons were. But it's coming off. It'll take patience. It all depends on how much time you guys want to spend on this, right? Like, the more time you want to spend, the longer you'll be able to get better results. But me personally, let's just get off all that loose carbon. Like, you can see it on this one and this one. Just all that little grit and stuff. That's what I'm going for. Yeah, let it sit for a bit, and maybe 30 seconds, a minute. But they do make products for this. I believe the carb cleaner was better for this though. And if you want to get it really serious, I used the aircraft stripper on cylinder heads once, and that stuff's amazing, but like, it all depends on how crazy you want to go with it. I don't care. With this motor, it's not something I'm looking to make beautiful. Just get off all this loose carbon while it's open, right? Now we can do the other side. And this one's been sitting for a while. There's just a bunch of carbon on here. Anyways, once I'm done this, I'll probably check out the intake ports, and show you guys how I check them out. Otherwise, I'm just gonna finish this for now. I'll catch up with you guys later. Okay guys, I'm back after I cleaned the ports, or not the ports, sorry, the combustion chambers with the WD-40. I'm just checking to make sure, because my buddies dropped some stuff in there and I thought I pulled it all out in the intake ports, and I just want to make sure nothing was in there, so I'm going to show you guys how I check that real quick. But I finally figured out what these are for. I just realized, I believe those are the oil passages for the push rods. And down there, I believe I can see lobes of a, what is that, cam in there. I don't know if you guys can see it. Oh. Anyways, yeah, there's a cam in this. Only one in the middle. Weird, but whatever. That's how it functions, that's how it's engineered. Anyways. So what I like to do is, this is probably the improper way. Is first I would grab it with both hands. So I lift it up and I grab it, both hands, and I give it a good shake, and I don't hear anything in there. So then the next thing I'll do is, let's do the intake port side first, is I'll lay it down like that, and I'll pull the tape on it that I have here, the duct tape. And I just zoom in there. You'll see a ridge in there. Make sure you look in this part back here. Oh, it's so small. On the left there. You can't see it on the phone that I'm recording with here, but you can see it with your eyes. If you look back there, behind that little bump, there's some more space, but there's nothing. And then if you look like that, you can actually see the valve there. So yeah, so I like that, and I'll show you guys the intake, or sorry, the exhaust side. So anyways guys, we're back on the exhaust port here, and I think this one I'm gonna have to lift, but you can look at it upside down. This one's easier. Just a lot of carbon in here, but you can see the valve in there. It just has that one ridge. The valve stem, I believe it's called. Well, it's around the valve stem. But yeah, I don't see anything in there, so good to go. These are all easy to check. Anyways, after this, I'll just give the gaskets a quick wipe, and then we should be good to go to put them back on the car, or on the motor, and then hopefully put the intake back on, start on the fuel system then finally, because we'll know where the intake is. Anyways, I'll get back to you guys.
So